you said you were hearing a whistling inside of the church? Yeah. I heard it twice outside. That one sounded closer.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. What a series October was. Me and Michael are back. This is the first investigation I have done and Michael has done since our last experience at the Bell Witch Cave.
Oh my God, Michael, holy dude, stand still.
And today, we are back at the Primitive Baptist Church. And if you remember the last time we were here, we actually did get potential activity with some knockings going on and the music box. So we decided to come back. I also wanted to check on Michael. So let's go ahead and head in, talk about the haunting, talk about the place, and let's get into it.
Now that I see that these cards are on the table where this is possible, what else is truly possible exploring this? And is this something I want to continue doing?
It isn't quite dark yet, but we came a little early. We wanted to get some views of it during the day this time, since last time when we showed up, it was already pitch black. We were very dumb for that, because it was scary. We didn't even know the layout. Yeah, man, yep. You're so insightful, bro.
This is the Cades Cove Primitive Baptist Church, an Appalachian horror with terrifying paranormal stories and a brutal connection to the Appalachian Death House, which was released just a few weeks ago. This church was founded in the year 1827, but without a proper location, many gatherings took place in nearby cabins, homes, and other buildings, and it wasn't until 1832 that a long-term church was built, eventually outgrowing the size, torn down, and erecting this current version in the year 1887. The cemetery outside the church is the oldest cemetery in Cades Cove. 399 total graves have been documented, but many of them are unmarked. This isn't from a nefarious reason. This is due to the stones sinking into the ground and the fact that some of the gravestones were nothing more than large rocks that tourists have taken over the years.
So inside of this church, there was never any deaths. But while we were in here, we set up some devices and we're hanging out, talking, all this and that. We donated. It's a pretty cool location. It's not necessarily creepy in the sense of like disturbing. It's not horror movie creepy, but it's absolutely creepy at night. You're all by yourself. There's no service. We're in the middle of nowhere.
Just an old abandoned church in the middle of the Appalachian Mountains.
Exactly. And there's a cemetery right outside with new and old, basically ancient graves. So we're gonna head out there and talk about that. But this is basically the church. It's just a one-room church. There's pews. That's basically it.
One common paranormal occurrence here at the church is that of a recurring apparition of a woman showing her face and even walking through walls at the Primitive Baptist Church. Recently, I visited what is known as the Henry Whitehead house. While investigating, I uncovered that Henry had 3 daughters, one of which was named Nancy Ann Whitehead. Nancy married John Walter Oliver, whose father was William Oliver. Both of them were pastors, aka elders, at this very church. Nancy's stepbrother Josiah Gregory, aka Joe Banty, which you heard about extensively in my Appalachian Death Cabin video, has been charged with arson shortly before his attempted murder charge when in December of 1921, he burned down not only his brother-in-law, John Oliver's barn, but also his father-in-law, William Oliver's barn, on the same night. After the first barn was burned, friends and family had arrived to help. With how much of a madman Josiah was, I can only speculate that Josiah probably thought that nobody would interfere. Things likely could have ended way worse that night for the elders at the Primitive Baptist Church.
Now, the last time we were here, we didn't quite do the cemetery. And to be completely honest, I had no idea the cemetery was this big. We showed up at night, I knew that there was a cemetery, but I didn't realize how big the cemetery actually was until we showed up during the day to take some drone shots and all this and that. But Michael?
Yes.
Why don't we talk about the Bell Witch Cave? I know you guys clicked on the video for the Appalachian church, for the Primitive Baptist Church itself, but I think this is important to go over. After the Bell Witch Cave, Michael didn't talk to me. It was like 4 or 5 days he didn't talk to me. And I finally reached out to him. I sent him like my trailer or something like that for the video. And then he reached out to me and we were talking, and I kind of wanted him to say this to you guys so you know. He was highly affected by what happened that night. So Michael, if you want to go into that a little bit, you don't have to, you know, just spill as much as you would like to spill, no pressure.
Yeah, absolutely. So, oh, that's a beautiful deer.
Oh my God, guys. Dude, what if it just charged us right now?
It's so majestic.
It hears something out there.
On October 19th, 1922, Josiah, his wife Elvira, and son Dana were all found guilty in court, and the penalty was 2 to 21 years in prison. But only a week later, Judge Sam Brown overturned the conviction and set them all free. Another instance of the power that Josiah had due to his moonshining business and political connections. Some say that Josiah personally asked to make amends with John Oliver. The word primitive is also not a derogatory term. This is a specific branch of the Baptist ideology that embraces the concept of sin. They believe that humans are born from sin, so therefore, anything morally wrong that you do in life will not prevent you from gaining access to heaven. For years, this Appalachian church, abandoned in the middle of nowhere, dozens of miles away from any civilization in any direction, has encountered paranormal activity that runs off teens and adults. Ghostly knocks, footsteps, church bells heard, apparitions, disembodied voices, and more. This Appalachian location sits in pitch black and is just plain terrifying.
I never believed in scratches at all. Anytime I would hear somebody mention it or talk about it, you know, I just didn't buy into it. I didn't think scratches were a thing. I think it was a mix of emotions when it happened. One just being, part of me was just trying to retrace, like, what could this have logically been? Part of it was fear. And then part of it was, in a way, excitement. It was just adrenaline. But after we finished up and I headed back to the hotel and I talked to my beautiful, lovely girlfriend who's 9 months pregnant. Hi, Nova, shout out. I told her what happened and she was like, babe, you know, we're about to have a son. Is this really something that you think is smart to continue doing? And I sat on that for quite a few days and just really thought to myself, is this, now that I see that these cards are on the table where this is possible, what else is truly possible exploring this? And is this something I want to continue doing, bringing a son into the world? And I think just a conclusion, I was talking to Dawson about this earlier, a conclusion that I kind of came to why I did want to come back out was, it would be one thing if I was just out trying to just have a fun time and be like, oh, this will be fun, you know, this is a good way to kill a Saturday night. That'd be one thing, but really that's not what I'm doing. I love it for investigative purposes, the knowledge And also, I also have beautiful experiences where I truly believe I may have came into contact to like a young child, and where it was just a beautiful moment. And so while there may be negativity that could come with this, there's also positivity. And yeah.
Hold up. Somebody just yelled hello. Yeah?
Our last pass. Break down, you're on your own.
Okay, thank you.
Have a good one.
You too.
I didn't know that they did that. I didn't know that
cool.
they're going home, basically, which actually I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah,
I thought they always wandered the place. But, you know, not to speak for Michael, but it was tough for him, and he had to debate on if he was going to continue investigating, and I reached out to him for a couple reasons. One, I enjoy investigating with him. Two, you guys really enjoy him investigating with me. But also, I kind of wanted to make sure that if it was the last time he was going to do something like that, that I at least gave him the option fairly quickly of like, hey, we can go out and do it again. And because I didn't want him to sit on it too long, and this is like kind of a selfish reasoning, but I didn't want him to sit on it too long and just decide, you know what, that's enough. So here he is. We're here at the Primitive Baptist Church. Once again, you were here the last time we came here.
Yep.
And I mean, it's getting dark. It's almost there. I don't know if it really translates on camera, guys, because you guys know how cameras work, but it's gonna be pitch black, no lights, nothing. Just pitch black in the middle of the Appalachian Mountains. I'm extremely excited to see if we can even closely replicate what happened the last time, or maybe we got lucky, and I want to do a thorough investigation tonight. So make sure you stay to the absolute end of the video. Hit subscribe if you haven't. And if you haven't seen the Bell Witch video that we're talking about, that we're referencing in this video, I highly encourage you to check it out. It is probably my best work I've ever done. It is the most detailed, in-depth of the history that has ever been done by this channel. And I would argue any channel or documentary on the Bell Witch Cave. So enough about the Bell Witch Cave. That's not what you're here for. We're at the Primitive Baptist Church to investigate the Primitive Baptist Church. Let's get into the actual investigation of the Primitive Baptist Church. You excited, Michael?
Yeah, I'm very excited.
We're back.
We're back.
We are back. And guys, if you want Michael to be with me more often and full time, make sure you let me know down in the comments. Not one of these comment down below, guys, but seriously, let me know, because the more you comment, the more you leave likes, the more you share the video, all these things are absolutely free, the higher chances it can be to where Michael can come with me full time. That would be awesome, and hopefully you guys would enjoy that as well. So enough yapping, bro. Quit yapping.
Can we do this thing already?
Yeah, let's freaking do this thing.
Real quick before we get any further into the video, I just want to tell you guys that I have a Patreon account, and if you would like to, it is only $5 a month, and you get all sorts of bonus content, including what I'm doing, me taking apart cameras, me testing devices, stuff from The Secret Documentary, bonus investigations, and more. It is one of the best ways to support me, so if you would like, please go to the link in the description and subscribe to my Patreon account.
Okay guys, right now, it is just about completely dark. I mean, we're not quite there, but just about. So me and Michael are gonna head in. I am extremely nervous, but excited for this investigation.
I did not expect us to get the amount of activity we had here last time.
Yeah, and I brought with me $1 this time as a donation.
Perfect. Nice.
Hello. We're back.
Kitty, kitty.
Kitty?
That was from a movie.
Sick reference though, bro.
Oh, thanks, bud.
Dude, your references are out of control. Everyone knows that.
Guys, I'm gonna set the music box up in a very similar way to how it was. Perfect. Boom. Calibrated. Let's go ahead and set this static box that all it does is detect static anomalies. We'll put it right up there, right next to little baby Jesus. I guess the first thing we should do is introduce ourselves once again. My name is Dawson. I'm saying hello to anybody inside of this church or the cemetery behind it.
My name is Michael We're not here to spook you or cause any harm. We're just here to become friends, get to know you, and communicate with you.
We're kind of hoping that you recognize us and you remember us from the last time we were here. If you do, could you please show us some sort of sign? Try your best to give us, whether it's a knock, trigger one of the devices we have, use your voice, anything like that. That was like pretty loud.
That was cool. And are you hearing like a whistling outside or no? Remember earlier you said you were hearing a whistling inside of the church?
Yeah.
I heard it twice outside.
So I did hear a whistle and people were here. So it very well could have been regular people outside, but I did hear it as if it came from inside the church, and at the time nobody was in it. I am not hearing the whistling. I am hearing bugs.
That's probably what I heard.
But if those knocks were you, and it isn't just coincidental, could you please knock again, but try to make it a little louder, please.
Yeah.
Weird. And guys, there's no bats in here this time around. It's very cold. I don't know what temperature it is, but I believe it's going to get to 36 very soon. So maybe bats hang out in the cold, but there's none in here is what I'm trying to say. I checked.
If you watch closely in this small window, you can notice a weird light. Reviewing all of the footage, I can't really tell what it is, but almost certainly it's from us moving and a strange reflection that was caught.
Well, thank you if that is you knocking. I thought I heard it again.
A knock or a whistle?
A knock. If you are if you remember us, could you please just doom, doom, 2 knocks. If you do not remember us, could you give us 1 knock, please? I heard it. There's no way that it's just, because we sat in here earlier off camera for a good while, just like we sat right here on this pew.
It was quiet.
And I was listening. I'm like, is there any noises? You know, like just trying to, a baseline for my own ears. And now there's knockings all of a sudden.
Oh, right there.
I was talking, guys. You're not going to be able to hear that, but that was fairly loud.
That one sounded closer.
Yeah.
It sounded like it could have came from the back row of the pew.
Are you in here with us? What the fuck?
Right there. Oh, right there.
What is going on? Guys, there's no...
If that is you, thank you so much for communicating with us. We invite you to come in and hang out with us and let us get to know you a bit better. If you really want to make your presence known, could you please help one of our devices go off and make some pretty music happen?
To demonstrate the music box, all you have to do is stand in front of that green light. So if you can see me, it is my left side in the aisle. Stand in front of that green light. Are you a man or a woman? If man, 1 knock. If woman, 2, please. I think I'm going to pull out this device. It's called the Ovilus. Now, there's been a couple things on it that made me think it's interesting. For instance, at the Bell Witch Cave when it said Mike, as soon as I was like, can we thank Michael? But other than that, it's been, it just says stuff. But we're going to turn it on, and I'm just going to leave it in dictionary mode on this pew right here. So those are the calibration words. Anything after those calibration words, it's usually 3, so I think a third one is coming. After those calibration words, essentially anything else is supposed to be based on EMF changes or vibration or things of that sort. I don't exactly know how it works, but all I know is a couple times some things have been said that made me scratch my head. So if knocking or setting off the devices is maybe your thing, maybe you could walk up to this and give us some sort of information. What the fuck was that? That sounded like something like...
Right outside.
Be careful for the music box.
Yep. That sounded like it straight up came from like right here.
Yeah, it sounded like the leaves or something like moving. Interesting. We are out in the middle of the mountains, guys. We're not just trying to force you to believe that there's something paranormal going on, but it definitely was pretty spooky. Hello? If you would like us to leave a donation in the donation box, kind of like what we did last time, could you please show us some sort of clear and obvious sign, set off one of the devices, or make a loud bang? You do not want a donation from us.
Last time we were here, I encouraged you to help the music box go off if you wanted me to recite a passage from the Bible, and you set it off. If you would like me to recite another passage from the Bible or one of the hymns, please go play with that pretty green light over there and help the music play.
You know, the last time we were here, we were sitting in night vision only because there was bats. Yeah. Now, there's no bats this time, but I wonder if maybe they would like us to go night vision only. If you do want us to turn this big light off and be in the dark, please let us know. Are you still here with us? A knock will do.
Besides the knocking, and that sound out there is pretty quiet inside the cabin or the church.
Yeah, I mean, it is weird that the knocking just completely stopped. Like, if there was... It very well could be some sort of rational explanation, but if it was, I just find it weird that that kind of thing just stops, just out of nowhere. Did we do something to offend you? Did we irritate you in some sort of way? Are we being too pushy? Please, if so, we didn't mean to, but if we did that in any way, please give us one knock and then hopefully we could figure it out and apologize. Michael, why don't you read one line from one of those hymns, and then we'll see if maybe that can get the joy and the spirit back in this place.
Take my hand, precious Lord. When my way groweth dear, precious Lord, linger near. When my life... So this is my contact fell out.
Michael doesn't know how to read, guys. I would like to apologize. No, to truly explain, after we did our walk around, his freaking contact rolled into the back of his eye. So he literally just has one good eye right now.
Yeah. When my way groweth drear, precious Lord, linger near. When my life is almost gone, hear my cry, hear my call, hold my hand. I am weak, I am worn, through the storm, through the night, lead me on.
Would you like us to continue? Sorry, let me rephrase that. Would you like Michael to continue? A knock, please. Would you like me to read it instead? Michael, what would you say if I were to ask you to do an Estes method? That was fucking loud.
I think that was telling us that they would like that.
Let me just pause. We didn't get anything
No.
in a while. Mm-hmm. It's been a while now.
Yeah.
And then I say, hey, what do you say about doing an Estes method? And it's just gunk. So
Let's do it.
it's completely up to you, buddy.
Let's do it, man.
Let's do it. All right, guys. We'll set up the Estes method. See you in a second. Hello. My name is Dawson. The guy sitting there is Michael. We were getting what we believe to be communication via some knocks, and I had asked you, if he did an Estes method, if he would be down to do an Estes method.
Dance on it.
Handsome? And you made a knock. So I'm considering the idea that you wanted to do this. Now, if he said handsome, are you trying to say that he is handsome? Because I was talking about him at that moment. This is, I know he's right here, but it's so freaky right now.
You're back.
We're back. Yes, we are back. Do you remember us? Well, if you said you're back, you probably do remember us. Is there anything you would like to tell the world, tell people?
Knees down.
Knees down. I'm not sure I know what you mean. Are you buried here? Or did you just go to church here? See what I mean, guys? The Estes method, we don't always get stuff.
100%.
100%. Doesn't really mean much. He said like 4 things, 3 things, something like that. If you were here and you were trying, I do appreciate it. I don't mean to undermine your attempt, because I'm sure it's hard. But we're doing something called the Estes method, and he is the only one that
100%.
He's the only one that can hear you. So if you could...
You're wanted here.
Wanted here.
You are.
I am? I'm wanted here. Is that what you're trying to say? You don't want us to leave, is what you're saying. Are you still here with me?
You're here again?
I'm here again. You don't want us to leave? Do you want us to communicate with you and get to know you? Because I would like that personally. I'm going to take this camera and I'm going to set it up to point it at that. Do you remember setting off that green light the last time? It's a music box. Oops.
It was you.
It was here. It was here that you set the music box off? If you could really
I'm here.
focus, you're here. Can you walk in front of that green light? And it'll play a little tune. It won't hurt you or anything like that. Our intentions are not to hurt you. They're just to talk and communicate and hear your story. We're very into this sort of thing, and we only do it for real. We only go out and actually try to talk to you guys. We're not here to create some sort of narrative or lie about you or even pretend that you're here if you're not. If you are here, please tell me something that would really relate to this church, or walk in front of that music box. I just heard something like really loud. But I think I hear a plane. So it's very possible that what I heard was like the plane.
You promise? I'm laughing.
Why are you laughing? Are we just big fools? That's okay. All right, I want to ask a question. And Michael isn't going to be happy about it.
I want more.
You want more? Michael isn't going to be very happy about this, but some things have happened since he came home from the Bell Witch Cave, and he has been a little worried about it on if something followed him. So if you're here and you did follow him, please tell me now.
I found
You found? Is there anybody here that followed me or Michael from the cave? He said he's experienced certain things at his house and at work that usually doesn't happen. Things falling over, knocks, and he isn't sure if he's just looking into it because of what happened or if maybe you followed him. So we're just curious, did you follow him?
Ooga booga.
I heard that. That was like a really clear ooga booga for some reason. What's up with ooga booga? Are you from the church? Or are you from somewhere else? Somewhere we've been to?
He's taller.
He's talking? Are you guys talking about me? Because I'm probably going to pull him out of this here soon if we're not really making any sense. That's okay. But, if it isn't working, it's not working. It's simple as that. If you are trying, could you give me a knock so that I know to keep going?
Friends?
Are we friends? I think I'm going to pull him out of this here in about a minute. Is there anything you would like to say?
It's been a while.
Yeah, I mean,
It's been a while.
It's been what, like 4 months? Maybe not quite that long, like 4 months since we've been here last. This was I think we came in like June, maybe? Maybe July? Maybe even August, I don't know, to be honest. Could you say one of our names? Dawson or Michael?
You're taking too long.
I'm taking too
Time's running out.
Yeah, I did give you a minute. I think I'm going to end the Estes method, so
Not really.
going to be ending this. Is there one last thing you would like to say before I walk over to him?
I don't like you.
You don't like me? It's because I'm pushing you, I'm rushing you. He's gonna jump. So, nothing really was too intelligent. I mean, it alluded, if what we heard was something from a spirit, it was kind of saying that it remembers us and like we're back and it's been a while.
Yeah.
But other than that, it was kind of dead. It said it didn't like me. Kind of a couple times it alluded that it didn't like me. But when I asked it if it wanted us to leave, it didn't say that. It kind of said the opposite, really. Nothing went off, no noises.
I heard, are you taller? Or he's taller? Or something like that.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, and after I said it, I was like, ooh, what if it was saying Toller?
Yeah, I mean, it's possible. You know, that's the thing with the spirit boxes. It's sort of up to the interpretation of how you hear it on whether or not what it says. Maybe it said Toller. So I would say we should pack the stuff up and head out to the cemetery and sort of do a final investigation of the area.
Yeah, that sounds good.
See what happens.
Correct us in the comments. If it's on a church, is it a cemetery or is it a graveyard?
Guys, we are officially heading into the cemetery, and we're going to be completely respectful. We're going to stay on the path, and because we are just going to kind of walk around, people have claimed to see apparitions in this cemetery. So basically what we're going to be doing is looking around, and I figured just because it's one of the only things I can carry, we might as well run the obelisk. I mean, as we're walking around, it will not be as accurate as we would want it to be, but it's one of the only things we can walk around with. Is there anybody in this cemetery that's walking with us? Did you live here? Not at the cemetery, but did you live in Cades Cove?
Blog. Remove.
Blog. Remove. Dude. Was that your hair I just heard?
Did you hear my hair? Yeah. I don't know what that means.
Here, play with your hair again real quick. Oh no.
What'd you hear? I didn't hear anything.
Let's start walking back this way. That freaks me out. I thought maybe it was just your hair scraping against your hoodie. But if not, it was definitely something in the leaves. Which we're here to look for ghosts, but we're not here to die.
You say my hair scraping against my hoodie?
Yeah, I don't
Dude,
know.
my hair's greasy. It's not that greasy. It's not going to scrape anything.
Well, not scrape, but I thought it might just make a noise. But now I'm really paranoid that it was an animal. Or a ghost. I mean, either one. Okay. So since we just got spooked out here, and it's cold, I just wanted to make sure we're safe. So I got closer to the car. Even though I'm pretty sure a bear can run like 35 miles an hour. And humans top out at about 22. Could you make this go off if you're out here?
Oh, dude, tell me you heard that.
I did.
You did? It sounded like it could have, I don't know, like knocked on that. You heard it, right?
I heard a noise.
Yeah.
I didn't think it came from where that shed is.
I heard it where that shed was.
Did you see that deer earlier?
Me?
I was talking to the ghosts,
Oh.
the potential ghosts.
Okay, I was
out
like,
here.
yeah, I pointed him out.
You're like, no. What deer? All right, let's go to the car.
Okay.
I'm hearing sticks breaking. Guys, sorry for the shorter investigation. I don't want to get eaten. The bear spray is in the car, which is not where you want bear spray. Thank Michael for coming back.
Yeah, there's something.
Okay.
You heard that?
Yeah, don't run though. We don't want to seem like a threat. Okay guys, this is probably a very disgusting close-up shot, but we're hearing stuff in the woods. We're in the woods. It's probably critters, but there's mama bears and baby bears all over. That is super dangerous. I didn't feel comfortable out there, and I don't imagine Michael did either.
No, it was fine. No, I was kidding. No, I didn't either.
He's like, you're just a pussy. Thank you guys for watching. I will catch you guys on the next one. Let me know if Michael should keep coming back.